For shocking events are unfolding in China, and together, they signal a systemic collapse. In recent days, four explosive events have shaken China's internet and stunned public opinion nationwide. The Nanjing Museum has been exposed for the large-scale disappearance of national treasures. A Thai military airstrike allegedly caused China's so-called anti-fraud app to suddenly collapse. Local television stations across China are running out of money, wages unpaid, studios dark, broadcasts shut down. Most shocking of all, after 13 years of Xi Jinping's rule, the number of Chinese refugees has increased tenfold, surpassing 1 million people. National treasures are vanishing. State apps are crashing. TV stations are dying. And the people are fleeing. Xi Jinping's so-called Great Prosperity is now showing clear signs of systemic breakdown. Before we explain all of this, let me ask you one simple question. Why is it that the louder the regime shouts about national rejuvenation, the more people are voting with their feet and leaving China? You must stay until the end. Nanjing Museum whistleblower, national treasures were stolen for over a decade. Over the past 2 days, a bombshell whistleblowing case has detonated across Chinese social media. A retired employee of the Nanjing Museum, publicly and under his real name, accused a former museum director of large-scale theft and smuggling of priceless national artifacts, spanning more than 10 years. On December 21, a retired staff member from the museum's archival department, Guo Lidian, released a video formally reporting to China's National Cultural Heritage Administration. He accused former Nanjing Museum director Su Huping of illegally opening sealed storage vaults at Chaotian Palace in 1980, and systematically stealing artifacts evacuated from the Forbidden City during the war. Sounds outrageous? Guo says this is not his first report. He began reporting the case as early as 2008. More than 40 museum employees co-signed complaints. But because too many officials were involved, every attempt was suppressed. According to Guo, during the war, 2,211 crates containing over 100,000 priceless artifacts from the Forbidden City were stored at Chaotian Palace in Nanjing. Su Huping allegedly illegally tore off official seals, selected genuine national treasures, had experts falsely authenticate them as forgeries, sold them through museum-controlled shops, transferred them to his son's auction company in Shanghai, then resold them to overseas buyers and traffickers. If true, this is textbook guarding the vault while robbing it. Guo further alleges that Su used stolen calligraphy and paintings to bribe officials in prosecutorial and anti-corruption agencies, building a powerful, protective umbrella. Every time inventory checks were proposed, Su blocked them, because full audits would expose everything. For over a decade, the case went nowhere. Even Xinhua's internal reports once covered it, yet it still vanished. Only now, after Guo publicly re-reported the case, has it resurfaced. Guo stated clearly, "If this is slander, I will bear legal responsibility. I only want the state to investigate and recover the national treasures." The National Cultural Heritage Administration responded vaguely, saying they had previously received reports and were verifying, but had not yet received Guo's formal materials. At the same time, another coincidence ignited public outrage. A Ming Dynasty painting by Qiu Ying, Spring in Jiangnan, donated by the descendants of collector Pang Lichen to the Nanjing Museum, suddenly appeared at a Beijing auction, valued at 88 million renminbi. This led netizens to ask, how many real artifacts are still left in Chinese museums? Public reaction exploded. Guo Lidian is a hero. He reported this for 17 years before anyone listened. Museums being looted isn't new. The entire country is being looted from the inside. If this case is formally investigated, it may expose a massive corruption network. So let me ask you. If you think this case will be properly investigated, comment A. If you think it will once again disappear, comment B. Let's see where public opinion stands. Thai airstrike and China's anti-fraud app crashes. If the Nanjing Museum scandal exposes corruption inside cultural institutions, the next event reveals something even darker. In China, the real trap may not be scammers, but the system claiming to fight them. Recently, the Thai military launched airstrikes on scam compounds along the Thai-Cambodian border. Videos went viral. Then suddenly, Chinese netizens noticed. China's anti-fraud center app stopped working. The servers crashed. Instant outrage. Are the anti-fraud servers located inside scam compounds? Is fraud and anti-fraud a family business? Did Thailand just bomb the entire fraud supply chain? Many users shared similar experiences. After installing the app, scam calls increased. My bank account was frozen. I lost 30,000 renminbi after installing it. Schools and police forced us to install it. Some parents said their children couldn't enroll in university without submitting screenshots of the app installed. Others said police forced real name registration on the spot when renewing IDs. Then came the most chilling discovery. Netizens examined the app's permissions. 29 high-level permissions, including call monitoring, access to contacts, microphone and camera control, SMS access, file deletion and modification, real name verification, facial recognition, ID and address data. One user said, "This isn't anti-fraud. This is a total surveillance app." As early as 2021, people reported that after installing the app and browsing foreign websites, police would call within hours. So when the Thai airstrike happened, and the app collapsed simultaneously, the timing raised serious suspicion. Apollo News commentators noted. The app crashing right after scam centers were bombed suggests China's anti-fraud system may share data pipelines with overseas gray industries. One sentence went viral. Thailand didn't bomb the fraud chain, it bombed the data black line China didn't want exposed. China's local TV stations are going dark. Once glorious, local Chinese TV stations are now collapsing. Wages unpaid. Lights off. Broadcasts terminated. Media professionals say salaries are delayed by months. Some receive only 38% of pay. Others haven't been paid for half a year. Statistics show over 700 TV media outlets in China are on the brink of shutdown. Shenzhen's public and entertainment channels shut down. Anhui hosts earn 2,863 renminbi monthly. Hunan TV staff earn 3,500 renminbi. Advertising is gone. Sponsorships vanished. Audiences left. TV stations are not market competitors, they are state-fed organs. When the regime faces existential crisis, propaganda becomes the first organ sacrificed. The CCP is shifting to algorithmic control, TikTok, short video matrices, WeChat ecosystems. Netizens say, truth is on short video platforms, not TV. This mirrors the late Soviet Union, where local TV collapsed before the regime fell. A reporter said, TV stations aren't dying technologically. They're dying financially. They're victims of a terminal system. 13 years of Xi Jinping, Chinese refugees increased tenfold. This is the most devastating statistic of all. In 2012, when she took power, 12,000 to 15,000 Chinese sought asylum overseas annually. By 2020, 107,000. 2021, 120,000. 2024, 176,000. From 2012 to 2024. Over 1 million Chinese sought asylum abroad. At the peak of national rejuvenation, Chinese people fled faster than ever. This is not coincidence. It is collective truth spoken through bodies. Where China's crowds are today. 3 places are always packed. U.S. embassies and consulates, exit routes. Petition offices, despair queues. Hospitals, survival battlegrounds. These are the true cross-sections of the so-called prosperity. Why are Chinese refugees surging? Economic collapse. Youth unemployment over 30%. Property market implosion. Political repression. Surveillance, censorship, fear. Education, healthcare, retirement burdens. This is not migration. This is escape. No propaganda is more convincing than people risking their lives to leave. History's warning. When a regime collapses, people fall silent, then they flee. The Soviet Union. Venezuela. And now China. When millions cross jungles and borders at night for freedom, the regime has already lost its people. If the system does not change, the refugee tide is only the first chapter of the end. Loudspeaker call to action. If you found this analysis valuable, backhand index pointing right, please like this video, it helps others see the truth. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what comes next. Backhand index pointing right, share this with friends who still believe the propaganda. Truth travels farther when you help it move. Thank you for watching.